Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Mid-South Wrestling Review Series. Kind of a highlight show here, as there's a couple of minutes of matches we've already seen. If you are following us episodically, you can continue to follow us and keep up to breast. But basically, highlights of the Bourne and DiBiase, Andre, and Atlas match from a few weeks back. We also get an interview with the new tag team champions, Mr. Wrestling 2 and Tiger Conway Jr., and their excitement about being tag team champions. Um, Bit of a rematch, Bourne and DiBiase versus Wrestling 2 and Conway Jr. from, I believe, Houston. Joined in progress here. Lots of kicks around. Conway Jr. goes to town on Bourne with punches, several shots. DiBiase, unhappy with the brawling nature of that, comes in, tries to interfere, and does for a minute. Wrestling 2 comes in and continues to be dominant there. Wrestling 2 also manages to cut the ring off, and for the most part, this match turns into a brawl with all four guys in the ring for the benefit of the highlights. And in fact, we do have the tag team champions being recrowned. The excitement from the win is kind of spread over things. And then we see Kamala versus Marty Lundy. Kamala, which is headed towards a major match with Andre the Giant, which we'll highlight in a minute. Obviously, Skandar Akbar still managing Kamala. Lundy does not have a good run with Kamala here. Punches, chops, kicks, and basic stuff by Kamala. Kamala, unimpressed with the nature of his opponent, chokes him out as often as he can. Manages a big splash and actually sends him into the ropes. And finally, Kamala gets a victory here. Andre the Giant addressing Kamala from a few weeks ago. A pretty major thing. Andre the Giant basically says he wants Kamala anywhere, anytime. And he was unhappy with being jumped by Kamala previously. Junkyard Dog and Matt Bourne were supposed to square off, but Kabuki manages to come out, and the kind of battle between Dog and Kabuki almost commences. Bourne, though, manages to fight Dog here. They go into a bit of a brawl, as Dog is generally a better brawler. We do see him take the match to the mat a little bit, although he obviously uses power, where Bourne is bumping around more finesse-based. And Bourne also goes to, reverse inverted chin locks and the like. And finally, the Dog gets a victory with, I believe, the thump power slam leads to his victory. And then we go to Cruz and Horner versus Black Ninja and Golden Dragon. More than anything, I think this match is just there to fill out the program. Black Ninja, of course, Kendo Nagasaki, which there's nothing wrong with him, but in fact, if you look at the last few matches of the program, you're not going to see a whole bunch of chaos. Anyway, Black Dragon and Kendo Nagasaki with a good bit of martial arts. Horner tries and does come up with a few offensive maneuvers, drop kicks, arm drags, and the like. Nagasaki using the martial arts maneuverings quite prolifically here. Golden Dragon comes in, hits some back kicks, doesn't do nearly as much, and Horner has a little bit of better time with him as the object of attack when Horner tags off to Cruz. It's a little slower of a match. Horner obviously younger and more agile, more adroit at keeping a quicker pace a little bit. Chokeouts by Kabuki, and Horner still tries to fight back to his feet. Doesn't get exactly everything he wants on it, but gets enough to gain himself some momentum, at least a little, to keep things going in his direction. Horner and Cruz, however, do fall to the, I guess you'd say, martial arts loving duo. of Kabuki and friends. Big back body drop included in there. And we move to Bill Irwin, who has had quite a sizable run in World Class. If you haven't listened to our World Class series, worth doing that here. I don't know how long he's in Mid-South, but he's here for a little bit. Bill Irwin facing Joe Stark. I think this is the first time Irwin's been here, at least certainly in the last couple of years. Irwin getting a little bit of ride time on some basic holds. Stark manages to get an arm lock on, but doesn't hold it very long. Hard shots there, and gut wrench power bomb or gut wrench suplex by Irwin, and then hits the running knee. Gets a finish off the running knee, or could have, but only gets a 2 count, and then snaps his man over. Goes back to the inverted chin lock, and then Starks goes back to same. Then we kind of see Irish whip, and Irwin manages what we would now know as a pump kick, and manages to get a partial victory there. Now, we move to the, I guess, last match, Duggan and Super Destroyer versus Jackson and Barber. Very little is talked about as far as why Duggan is working with someone outside of the Rat Pack, although kind of the gist of it is he's not happy entirely with where the Rat Pack is going, and so that kind of is there. Duggan in a new tag team match, kind of interesting though, and it foreshadows kind of his leaving of the Rat Pack and the battles that will come in the months to come with that. So you slowly begin to see between the dissension with Matt Bourne and the dislike of the alliance with Akbar and all of that, which comes into alignment even more over the next few months. But you see Duggan slowly becoming his own man as opposed to influenced by his friends. Obviously, Super Destroyer primarily a babyface, so having him with Duggan kind of gives Duggan the babyface endorsement. Hard shots by Duggan. Duggan tags back in and again goes with the brawling type stuff. Super Destroyer, known primarily in Texas and southern states. Big Oklahoma Stampede type maneuver by Duggan. Duggan goes to 2 of the 4 corners and takes his man up and around and down and all that stuff. Super Destroyer comes in, hits a big boot, and tags back off to Duggan. And Duggan, gets a little bit of advantage, front face locks and the like, and Destroyer comes back in. Punch kick, basic stuff, big backbreaker by the Destroyer, almost like something Duggan would do, and a tag off once again. And the Destroyer manages to hit the superplex from the second rope on the inside, and a win. And we are done with this particular episode. We will be back with more right after this.